What's up everybody, welcome to the video. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Today I'm here with the 2025 Hyundai Sonata N-Line. Hyundai has sent me this to keep for an entire week so that I could really get familiar with it and give you guys the most thorough review possible. Now this video is just going to be a walk around. If you're interested in how this thing drives, I have an in-depth test drive video already posted and I'll have that linked on the screen at the end of the video. So as always, we're going to start this review here underneath the hood. I'm actually really surprised to see struts under there instead of a prop rod. What we have here is a 2.5 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, puts out 290 horsepower and 311 pound-feet of torque, and that is paired with an 8-speed dual-clutch transmission. 0 to 60 takes approximately 5.3 seconds. Fuel economy ratings are combined 27 miles per gallon, that's 23 in the city, 32 on the highway, and the capacity of the fuel tank is 15.9 gallons. Alright, now let's check out the front end. So this front end is a huge improvement over the pre-refresh, which looked like a catfish, as people said, and I have to agree with that. It definitely looked like a catfish. I really like this LED light bar in the front that goes all the way across. It acts as a daytime running light, but you can also see it has the turn signals integrated right inside. Dropping down, they did a split light design and they got rid of that crazy running light that goes up the hood. Now they've separated the turn signal and daytime running light from the actual headlight, so we have two LED projector beams down below, and we have a pretty big aerodynamic air vent right there off to the side. The N-Line is the sport trim level for the Sonata, so that makes sense. And they do want you to know that it says N-Line right there on the front grille. This is all gloss black. We have a little honeycomb insert down at the bottom. Pretty big opening here at the top. You can see the radiator and intercooler right through because this is a turbocharged engine. Needs to have plenty of cooling. And then these three little gloss black accents down at the very bottom. I do like the hood lines. I like how this part in the middle kind of projects up and goes all the way to the back. On the N-Line, we also get these nice gloss black mirrors. Now, they don't have the turn signal indicators, but that's okay because they actually moved them to the fender here with some gloss black accents, a little silver, and again, that N-Line logo. I think having that extra turn signal on the fender has a very high-end look to it. And speaking of high-end look, I love this paint job. This matte silver, it looks really good. It is an upcharge, but probably worth it. On this N-Line, we do have this side sill extension. It is flat black, and then we have some smoked chrome on the side. Got these nice subtle gloss black accents on the tops of the door handles. I think those look really nice. Gloss black going around the window trim and on the B-pillar. And what looks really high-end is they blacked out the entire roof. Now, we do have a panoramic moonroof, and I'm a big fan of the body lines. The way it starts here in the fender kind of takes the shape of this accent piece here, and then it really projects and kind of sticks out. It gives it like a three-dimensional look, and then flares out towards the back right into the tail light. And then you got these two lines at the bottom. This one here where it kind of blends into nothing and then starts again in the back door. I think Hyundai's designers have done an amazing job, and I've had a few people this week, stop me to ask, what is this? And then they always say, oh, I can't believe it's a Hyundai. This company really has come an incredibly long way. Now let's take a look here at the wheel and tire setup. This is a 19-inch wheel, two-tone, exclusive to the N-Line. Hyundai does an amazing job with their N-Series wheels. The wheels on the Ioniq 5N look amazing, but I think I actually like these even more. I said that the Ioniqs were my favorite. I think these are my new favorite. I love this wheel design so much. So we have some machined aluminum alloy with gloss black. This is riding on Pirelli P0 tires, and the size is 245/40. And now turning to the rear end also looks really good. I do like the updates they did. This car got a refresh last year for 2024, but I really like what they did with it, especially in the rear. So these new taillights kind of incorporate the H shape that a lot of Hyundai's newer models have. So the way the taillight kind of goes upright this way, and then you have the light bar that goes all the way across. You have your LED turn signals integrated right there. They added this gloss black accent that goes across the top. The pre-refresh model, I used to think looked like a rip-off of the Honda Civic taillights, especially in the shape like right there of the 10th gen Civic, which I own. So I kind of took that personally, but I think what they did here looks a whole lot better. Dropping down, we got some flat black on the bumper. The license plate is down below, Sonata spelled all the way across. These exhaust tips look really nice, okay? Oval shaped quad chrome exhaust, they look really good. And then we have this, it's not exactly a diffuser, but kind of, you know, mimics one down below. I don't think it looks bad. But with the exhaust looking this good, I think we should get an exhaust clip. Two bodies in the trunk, definitely doable. Three, you may have to cut it up a little bit, but you could definitely do three. All right, so inside the trunk, we do get a total of 16 cubic feet of space, which is pretty good. Of course, 60-40 split there in the back and down below. Tire mobility kit, so you already know what that means. This does not come with a spare tire, but I think you can purchase one as an accessory, and this foam insert here can be removed and you can fit a donut spare tire in there. But if you opt to not get a spare tire, you do have some additional storage here down below. So now we are inside the 2025 Hyundai Sonata N-Line, and you pretty much get all the bells and whistles with a few missing. So I kind of want to start with that first. So the few things that are notably missing, because we are one step down from the top-loaded limited trim, we have no head-up display, so if that's important to you, you might want to consider a limited. We're also missing ventilated seats. We only have heated seats here in the front row. And if having leather seating is important to you, you won't find it here on the N-Line. But what you do get is this actually really nice microfiber suede insert on the middle part. And then we have leatherette here on the edges. This N-Line gives you this cool red contrast stitching and piping along the edges. N logo accent here in the middle. It has kind of like a felt texture to it. So again, these front seats are heated, but not ventilated. Only power adjustable on the driver. The passenger is manual adjustment only. And since this is a sporty trim level, we do actually have power adjustable bolsters, so we can bring those bolsters in or out to hug you tighter on those quick turns. But even though it's not leather, the seats are actually very nice. And as far as things that are missing, I think that's pretty much it. This vehicle is pretty well equipped, so let's now go over what we do have. First, my favorite thing in here is the large panoramic moonroof. And yes, it does open. It is not just fixed glass. Love to see that. The sunshade also opens and closes pretty quick, so I appreciate that. So right here, the N-Line gets its own steering wheel. It is leather wrapped with nice red contrast stitching on the inside. Of course, we get a nice N logo down there at the bottom. This has Hyundai's new 4-dot logo instead of the old school H. The 4 dots are actually the letter H in Morse code. We also get paddle shifters on the back for the 8-speed dual clutch transmission. The controls here on the left side are for the adaptive cruise control, the lane keep assist, and the digital gauge display. And then here on the right side, these are the audio controls. This is fast forward, rewind, volume up and down. You have a phone button, voice command, favorites, and mode. Down here we have the new style transmission selector as opposed to the outgoing push button one that used to be right here. So even though it looks like a stock, there's just this piece here at the end that you rotate to go through the different gears. So putting it all the way up puts you in drive, putting it all the way down puts you in reverse, and then there's a little button here for park. The materials in here also feel fairly premium, so soft touch up at the top, pretty soft actually, with more of the red contrast stitching. Dropping down, yeah, it's plastic, but it's like a simulated carbon fiber. I mean, at this price point, you can't expect any real carbon fiber or anything like that. Looks cool though. And then since this is an N-Line, we have a few red accents. So we have this one here on the air vent that goes all the way across. This has that one continuous air vent illusion, pretty trendy in the industry right now. Looks cool. And then going around the engine start stop button there. More soft touch plastic here at the top. Leatherette here on the side of the door panel and on the armrest. Very soft on the armrest. And there's kind of an integrated little grab handle right here on the armrest. The windows are automatic up down just for the front, not for the rear. No power folding mirrors. And tucked just in here, we have some ambient lighting, and we have some more ambient lighting behind the screen. You can see it. You can see the blue illuminating from underneath the screen there. And And you can see we have Bose branding here on the tweeter and on the speaker grill down here. We have a 12 speaker Bose audio system. We'll listen to that in a little bit. Not a whole lot of storage here in the door pocket. This area right here doesn't go back very far. There's a little cutout for a bottle, maybe like a small bottle, but yeah, that's about it. The display here is a 2-in-1 digital gauge cluster and infotainment touchscreen, both 12.3 inches, all on one curved piece of glass. This gauge cluster here has like a very modern, minimalist style to it. In the center, it'll show your trip information as well as your navigation route if you have one set using the native navigation system on the screen. If you go into setup and hit cluster, you can actually choose the theme. So there's this modern style, but you can also hit classic here, which then brings up, you know, gauges that look analog. Then there's a few different graphic styles. So that's style A, style B, and style C, which is more sporty. I think that's pretty cool. And now here on this side, 12.3-inch infotainment screen. Of course, it's got wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Other things here, similar to other Hyundai products, you can do voice memos. You can have weather and sports and valet mode. I believe those all require some kind of subscription, but I think you get a free trial period when you first buy the car. This also has Hyundai Pay, and one of my favorite features is the online manual that lets you, basically, if there's a certain thing you need to look for, you can search for it and not have to go flipping through the actual book for it. And one more feature you'll have to step up to the limited for is the advanced 360 camera system with the, you know, the 360 camera here on the side, and also that really cool 3D model that a lot of other Hyundai, Kia, and Genesis products have, along with the turn signal cameras that show up on the inside of the gauges on the left and right side. But for the backup camera, you do have 3 different viewing angles. So we have like a full screen angle, this one, and kind of a top down. This Sonata N-Line has a 12 speaker Bose audio system. Let's take a listen. I have no complaints whatsoever about the audio system. I think it's balanced, it has good power, good clarity. I think it's a win. AC controls. While I'm not crazy about touch sensitive controls, it's on its own panel. It doesn't require going into the infotainment screen. It's all right there. So, I mean, it works. And Hyundai and Kia's signature shortcut keys are there. I hope they never get rid of those. And now dropping down. Connections. We have 2 USB-C ports, a 12 volt, and a wireless charger. Charger's been working well, no issues. Down here is your drive mode selector, and you can see we only have just 3 drive modes: normal, sport, and my drive. In my drive, you can customize the steering and the acceleration input. As far as the rest of the console, a little bit of storage there. We got 2 cup holders, 2 different sizes, smaller one and a bigger one. Really nice padding on the armrest. I think the transmission push button selector used to be right here, so they were able to extend the armrest. Going inside, pretty good size center console. I'd say bigger than average, so that's good. And inside the glove box, pretty big inside the glove box. So for a sedan, there's actually a good amount of storage in here. Almost forgot, N-Line gives you these really nice aluminum pedals down below. So now I'm in the back seat right behind where I'd have the driver's seat adjusted for myself at 6 feet tall. And as you can see, plenty of room to spare here, maybe about 6 inches. Down here in the center, we got 2 air vents and 2 USB-Cs. For pockets, unfortunately, it's just 1 pocket on the passenger side, and it's like that fishnet style, which I'm not crazy about. We have this nice LED lighting up in the headliner. One thing I'm a really big fan of in here is that there's this button right here that lets you turn on all the dome lights in the front and the rear all at the same time. So one push, you see the front ones come on and the ones in the rear too. And they are LED, like bright white. They're not like that old school yellow color. So nice and bright at night, you can see everything and just looks good. Although we don't get the ambient lighting in the back seat, but we do get the leatherette on the side and on the armrest. And then the storage pocket in the door actually becomes even tighter than the one up front. And that nice panoramic roof lets in lots of nice light. We also get the suede insert on the 2 outer seats. And let's check out the armrest. Nice and soft, and 2 cup holders. MSRP of this 2025 Hyundai Sonata N-Line with its options is $37,610. Big thank you to Hyundai for sending me the Sonata to keep for an entire week so that I can give you guys the most thorough review possible. Let me know your thoughts on the Sonata N-Line down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please share with a friend and subscribe. It'll really help the channel grow. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any new videos. Let me know down in the comments what other vehicles you want to see on the channel next, and be sure to follow @Optical Automotive on TikTok and Instagram, and check out the page on Facebook. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys later.